Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. I am revisiting a technique I filmed over 7 years ago now, and I felt like it needed a refresh. Yes, it's the toilet seat method, the art of covering the board around your cake to give a nice neat edge to the bottom without using too much paste. I've been making cakes a heck of a long time, so I have mastered a clean bottom of the cake. However, this is not always the case, and it's a reason why lots of people used to trim the bottom with a piece of ribbon to hide it. Using this method of covering the board once the cake is already in position will help tidy up any gaps or ugly parts around the base. It also means that my cake is stuck securely down onto the drum and not a piece of sugar paste, so there's a little extra layer of stability there. So here I've got my sugar paste, and you want to start rolling it into a fat sausage. You don't need to roll it too long so that it'll go all the way around the board, as it will lengthen as we start to flatten it out. You then want to place it into a horseshoe shape and start rolling it out. At this point, you can probably tell why I called it the toilet seat method. It pretty much looks exactly like a white toilet seat. One thing you're going to need is plenty of icing sugar to be able to rotate your shape to make sure it doesn't stick. Always give it a little jiggle or a rotation after every few rolls. If you have any air bubbles that pop up, you can just pop them with an acupuncture needle, and I'll list everything I use in the description box below. You just want to evenly roll your sausage wide and long until it's roughly large enough to fit around your cake. Once it's all one thickness, you want to take your scalpel or knife and cut that inner edge nice and clean. This is the part that's going to be sitting up against the cake. To handle this, you just want to pull the open parts down, which allow you to then grab hold of it much easier without stretching it all. Lay this loosely around the front of your cake and unfold the two flaps towards the back. Try to do this quickly so it doesn't cause any creases at the folds. Then you just want to get your fingers under there, pushing that flat edge up against the bottom of the cake. I don't generally need any water to stick this down, but you can use some if you want. I then overlap where it joins at the back, trim through both layers with a scalpel and remove the top and the bottom layer underneath so that the join sits nice and tidy. When it comes to minimising this join, you want to push them together and slightly upwards into a little hump, and then rub it back down. Then I'm just grabbing my smedger. This is a smoother with an extra bit at the bottom, and you can see it's perfect for smoothing out the sugar paste on the board, and also running back over that join. Lastly, we're just going to trim around the rest of the board with a scalpel and remove the excess. A nicely clean finished board which tidies up the bottom of the cake and uses very minimal paste, as you can now use that white for something else. On a regular drum and this amount of paste, it will line perfectly with a 15mm thickness of ribbon to cover both. I am a big fan of covering the board. It gives the cakes an extra level of professionalism and finish, and it really adds to a certain theme or design when you incorporate it into the colour scheme. But thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this updated video was better for you to watch, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye guys.